Too bad for this girl. He was tied to the gallows by the murderer. The next, the killer spins the wheel. Soon the girl's arm was dislocated, and cried excitedly with her hands. This is exactly what she wants, but it didn't pierce the skin. And on the police side, they assumed the killer was a sadist, so I asked Agent Garcia, search for places in the area that sell torture devices, but I didn't get the results I wanted. Bald cop came to report, the killer wasn't just using fake blood as bait and destroyed all the cameras in the victim's vicinity, after all this trouble, so the victim must be his type, and the killer's side took the next step. He ties the newly captured men to the women, with a hammer and a paddle, but now he hesitated, not sure who to start with. He hesitated for a moment. In the end, I choose to drop the hammer on women. After a few screams, police found the man's body the next day. He was born with black hair, still get killed. There was no scar on his neck this time, but his hands and feet were drilled. He was later found wearing jeans. It's exactly the same as our second victim, so they went to the store to investigate. When I told my boss about the situation, he said he was looking at the records. He snuck out in his car. What's going on here? The police were stunned. Is he the one who did it? And then the next second, so he went to the murderer's house. The jeans I sold you turned up on the victim. Go ahead. What's up, man? When the killer saw the boss like that, you are trying to extort yourself, so he took his time. Let the boss come to your house. The boss is really a novice. He went straight in, and then the killer went straight to the door, and the boss sees this. I knew I was going to die. When I'm done with my little brother, the killer started his next step. At the same time, police set up a profile. That's when the medical examiner called that the 3 victims dislocated their joints. Even his jaw was dislocated. On hearing the news, the hairy policeman looked at the ball in the distance, seems to have figured something out. The dislocation, drilling, suspension. What if the killer was making a Muppet? The agents listened to the theory. It was like a light bulb, but just then, new information came in. Another father and son are missing,